My name's Boy Goldie. I'm an orthopaedic surgeon. I live and work in North London. I see all sorts of patients that have problems with their arm and their shoulders, so it covers all sorts of upper limb surgery. I ask the radiographers, the technicians, to put the CT onto a disc, and then I take the disc and you can extract the files, which are DICOM files, and then import them into the software to make the files for the printer. With modern radiology software, you can get a virtual model on screen. You can rotate it, but it's still not the same as holding something in your hands, thinking about where it is in the body and how to get there and how to drill, fix, screw, wire, whatever it is you're going to do. So this is a model of a shoulder blade, but there's a fracture along here. So the whole lower part of the blade has separated from the top half. Throughout the operation, they had this model on the side and they referred to the model to help orientate themselves and work out where they were going with the operation and putting the plates on. So this was an unusual fracture, and with the help of a model, it was fixed satisfactorily, and the patient, I think, got a better outcome. There's two bits. There's the conversion of the CT scan to the software for the printer. There are companies that sell you software that make it quite easy, but stratospherically expensive. But I've found that there is actually open source free software that does it, so I can do it myself. So you can send the files off to commercial people, but they take 2 weeks to make the print and they charge hundreds of pounds, which is no good if you've got a guy who has a broken wrist and you're going to operate tomorrow. Part of it is for patient education and explaining what they've got wrong with them and appreciating the injury and why I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And a lot of patients find this quite helpful. Some patients like it so much they ask for a copy of the print. A lot of it is to do with helping me as a surgeon plan my operation, plan where I'm going to make my incision, and have a better understanding of what I'm dealing with so I don't have any surprises when I come to do the operation. If you're making a little bone, it takes an hour. If you're making the top of the shin bone, it can take 6 hours. You don't need to see a full-size bone, so for big bones, you can reduce the size of how much of the bone you print, and also you can reduce the actual size, so you can make it half size. And for a surgeon, that's still enough to see what you want to see, and it cuts down on printing time. For little bones, sometimes make them bigger, and it takes longer to print, obviously, but then it's easier to see what you want to see. The software is pretty straightforward to use once you've mastered the steps. I now can take a CD with the scan on and get to the point of having the file to put in the printer in about 15 minutes. I'm hoping that other people will get their own printer, use the software, which doesn't cost anything, and do the same thing for their patients.